Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the channel. Today we've got a lot to get done. This video is going to be on dyno prep, getting this thing ready to hit the dyno and get tuned. I need to go pick up a dolly with the Ford. Unfortunately, it's going on a dolly because I cannot find any trailer for rent that this truck will fit on, and the two trailers that I know of, unfortunately, are being used, and I couldn't get my hands on them. It's middle of the week. It's like Wednesday when it's got to go, so kind of got screwed on that, but we got to do what we got to do. This morning, like I said, I got to go pick up that dolly. The spark plug wires, like I said in the last video, I got the AC Delco 7mm with the silicone wires. Those are rubber right there. They're a lot skinnier than that. I got the heat shields. I bought sleeves for them. Hopefully that will protect them enough to where they're not melting on these headers. I think it will. The new intake manifold came in. If you're on Instagram, you guys saw that I got the Trailblazer SS intake manifold. Unfortunately, the adapter plate that I need to bolt that throttle body onto the Trailblazer one is not going to be here in time for the dyno. So unfortunately, we're not going to get to see a number base, with that Trailblazer intake, and that really sucks because that is good for, a lot of people say it's good for about 15 horse at the wheels. So we'll just have to use our imagination, and once we get that on there, that we gain at least 10 to 15 out of that intake manifold. But it'll be all right. We got to get this thing tuned. I'll let him know, when we get down there, I'll let him know that we're going to swap the intake manifold. So if it's a little bit rich on the fuel, it's not a problem because it'll even out once we put more air into it. So that's about what I've got today. Like I said, I'm going to go ahead and go pick up that dolly, and I'll pick back up the camera when I start getting into this thing. Oh, go ahead and drop your horsepower numbers now, because by the time this uploads, I'll probably be down at the dyno. So I'm curious what you guys think this motor is going to put out. All the mods will be down in the description below if you haven't been following, so if you want to try to base your number off of that. Now keep in mind, this truck put out 313 at the wheels on a just basic bolt-on 553, intake, exhaust, tune, all that. So we got cam heads, headers, high flow cats, all that junk. So put a number down below. What do you think? If you want to try to be exact, remember the dyno reads to 10,000ths of a horsepower. So drop your comment down below and let me know what you think this motor is going to put out. But like I said, I'm going to pick up that dolly and I'll grab the camera once I get back. Alright, so I was talking about that new intake. Here it is. This is the Trailblazer SS intake manifold. Some people call it the bread box. But if you notice here, we've got 4 bolts for the throttle body, and your factory one is going to have 3. You see the one right here in the center, you got 2 on the bottom. A couple things you can do. You can upgrade to the 89 or 92, might have been 87mm 4-bolt throttle body, and you'd have to buy the X-Link that would take your harness pin here and connect it into the, like a adapter that would connect it into the newer throttle body. But there has been some problems with this. So for now, I've ordered an adapter plate that will bolt onto here, the 4 bolts, and then it has 3 holes, so I can bolt the 3-bolt throttle body onto that for now. And I'm going to do some more research on this X-Link adapter, and maybe we can switch out to a bigger throttle body. But like I said, I can't put that on today because I don't have the adapter plate. But spark plugs, look down in there. So I got the sleeves on, AC Delco silicone plugs. I put the heat shields are underneath the sleeves. I had to kind of overlap them because there was a little bit of the boot still sticking out past the heat shield. So the metal heat shields, got the sleeves. They're a little short. It's kind of, I don't know what the deal is there, but they're just a little bit short, but it should work. I think they're all up on, they're all clicked in pretty good. The only one that might have an issue is that one right there, but I'm going to take these extra wires just in case they're a little bit longer if I need to switch it out on that one, because that one's not melting a wire, it's just a couple of them. But I went ahead and did all the AC Delco wires to keep it uniform. So what I'm doing now, now that I've gotten that all done up, I got a new electric fan harness because he is going to perfect the electric fans. They've been wrong for almost 2 years. You guys, so I've confused some people. The Diablo tuner did not mess this harness up. The actual tuner that turned them on in my computer messed it up. He fried a computer, and then after he fried the computer, put a new one in it, they still didn't work right, and I was so done with it. I was like, no, you're not touching it again. So this guy's got HP tuners down here, or Nice Up Motorsports runs on HP tuners. I'm going to get him to perfect these electric fans so they're not running on high all the time, they're not melting fuses and crap like that. So I'm looking forward to that, but I'm going to go ahead and handle that, get that harness tied in, and then really should be pretty close to being ready to throw it up on the trailer. I have absolutely no idea what I did, but it idles by itself now. All I did was change the spark plug wires back to AC Delco, and bam, it runs. That's interesting. That's really interesting. No, you're not gonna hear the cam chop until until we get the tune fixed and it's not idling so high like this. You're not gonna be hearing a chop. I hear an exhaust leak though, so the exhaust shop is gonna have to fix that. I'm talking loud because I'm sure y'all can hear how loud this thing is. I'm gonna let it warm up to full temp and listen to it and watch it, because I've not been able to let it sit here and idle and watch everything on it. So once it gets up to temp, I'm going to keep watching the motor. I want to make sure we've got no leaks. The new E-fan harness is in, and I want to make sure that that it kicks the fans on like it's supposed to. And once it does, it's a lot quieter up here. And once I see that, I might try to drive it. And if it acts like it's okay, maybe I'll drive it to the dyno. So we'll give her a shot and see. So I'll pick back up the camera in a minute. So I took it for its first drive. You guys heard it idling there, but once it got warmed up, it didn't really idle by itself anymore. I mean, it didn't just, you know, shut off like it used to, but it would putter, die, which is easier to manage than obviously it was before. I took it for a ride. I drove it about 5 miles. I punched it in first, sucked into my seat, punched it in second, sucked into my seat. It's got power even without a tune on it. Now that being said, and I didn't hold it wide open very long. I'm in this difficult position. Do I want to drive it 100 miles or should I just tow it? And I think the best thing for me to do is to still tow this thing. And you know, that's just for a safety thing, you know, with the motor. Say it's running too lean. Say it's just so much it's running too lean. That's not good for the motor. You know, we could really hurt something if this thing isn't, you know, if air fuel's not right, you know, spark and, you know, timing, all that. So I really don't want to mess that up. You know, because there's a lot of money in that motor, and that would really suck. Apparently, you know, since it runs so good, you know, once you get going, you know, once it's not idling, I'm still gonna throw it up on that dolly and tow it. You know, and the good thing is, you know, if we get going down the road and the dolly is too sketchy, you know, fine, we'll back it off a trailer and I'll put it down there. But yeah, I'm sorry I didn't film the first drive, but it's hard to manage the truck and film right now, because if you're coming to a stop, I can't be filming because I'm 2 foot, and it's like the first time you learn how to drive a manual car. You know, you got to figure out your clutch and your gas. Well, I'm doing that in automatic because I'm trying to figure out how much brake I can give it to stop, but keep the RPMs up enough so it doesn't die. I'd rather be driving a manual than trying to fight this thing, you know. Or like redoing it for the first time. I'd rather be learning it for the first time again than trying to drive this thing, you know, braking gas. And that's the other thing is it's just going to wear the brakes out too if I'm, you know, having to stop and go. So that's just not going to work. So I'm going to put it up on the trailer. Good thing is I can drive it up on the dolly. and lock it down, get the transfer case in neutral, and roll on down the highway, I reckon. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean stuff up around here. I gotta get the tires up in the garage and all that. You guys saw we're on stocks. Everybody said, why didn't you dyno it with the 12 wides? It won't fit on the dyno with the 12 wides. It barely fits with it barely fits with that. So that's not, you know, me. That's just the dyno. It's not physically possible to dyno it with the big old 35s and 12 wides. But then I can't fit it on the dolly without putting them stock back in the front. So stockers for today. That's okay, because once it's tuned, it's liable just to rip the hide off these stock wheels and tires. So I'm gonna get it loaded up. I appreciate you guys watching. The next video is gonna be the dyno. The spark plug wires and sleeves are working. The heat shield over here, it's not melting, and that is awesome. So that was a great idea. So appreciate all the input on that for the sleeves. And getting the heat shields back on. So like I said, I appreciate you guys watching. Drop what you think the horsepower number is going to be down in the description below. Maybe if somebody guesses it right on, maybe I could like giveaways. I don't know what I would give away though. I might figure out something. If somebody gets it right, I'll go back in and I'll contact you right on the number. And that's horsepower and torque. So maybe guess the two. Guess horsepower and torque. So thanks again for watching. So go over and follow me over on Instagram at Austin04_Z71. Thank you again. Hit that subscribe button. Watch out for the next dyno video. Take care. Have a great day.